With 630 million inhabitants, Latin America accounts for 8.5% of the world's population, and it is home to 14.4% of the planet's natural resources. At the same time, it represents just 7.5% of global GDP, and its industry has begun to lag other regions like Southeast Asia. This is partly because of low investment in research and development. But it can also be attributed to common historic factors that stand in the way of its productive development, like its primary export model and structural inequality. Environmental problems further complicate the situation because Latin American countries put more pressure on their resources than can be regenerated by nature. What is needed is to move away from approaches based almost exclusively on market-driven solutions, or those that pursue development without regard for the environmental impact of economic activities. How can we rethink Latin America's productive transformation from a social and environmental perspective? To answer this question, we must combine three fundamental axes: the disruptive capacity of innovation, strengthening industries with the greatest demand and capacity to create jobs, and environmental sustainability. First, we need to move beyond an extractivist logic and replace it with another in which transformation is centered around environmental care and the creation of technological clusters to generate resources, create jobs, and strengthen small and mid-sized producers. Managing natural resources in this way requires a macroeconomic agenda involving counter-cyclical policies to stimulate savings based on the revenues from exporting raw materials in boom times and using that excess in downward phases of the cycle. At the same time, we must put some of the gains from exporting natural resources to use in finding non-extractive industries. This will reduce dependence on commodity exports. In manufacturing, we need more research and development, stronger local supplier networks, and replacing the current assembly model with a dense, complex industrial system, more deeply anchored in the region. Finally, the region suffers from some dire shortcomings, evident in poverty, inequality, and migration. To counter these, we must boost the productivity of labor and, above all, rethink the concept of work and create better systems of social protection that promote inclusive well-being for all. This socially and environmentally responsible transformation will require a sub-regional and regional productive integration. It is complementarity rather than a flat-out race to the bottom that is key to success in moving beyond extractivism and achieving productive heterogeneity. By articulating these three aspects, techno-productive, environmental, and social, combined with a robust institutional capacity for regulation, creating incentives and public management of strategic industries, we can forge systemic competitiveness, reverse social inequalities, and protect the environment.